Free Pickman was so excited he got himself a 15-yard penalty for a face mask on the first play of the game. I see down below that the Colts lost. Favors around the corner. Favors skipped a beat. Favors spinning. What a great run for a wide receiver screen for Shaheem Favors there. Heard much from him lately, so that was a great deal. The Lions are 0-14, guys. They're struggling a bit there, and they lost 38-0. Woo! Oh man, Minnesota lost. Cooper with the catch. After that loss last week to the Bears, the Packers are angry, maybe? A little more zip on the step, maybe? There. That so happens in real life. So, another shutout. Buffalo beat Indianapolis. Trent. Another sideline pass thing. Extension of the run, basically. I'll have to post some videos because I'm already recording a lot more games this season, so episodes are going up quicker. Foley, handoff to Sankey. Ball's forward for a little bit of a gain there, bringing up a third down. You run a 3-4, huh? I run a 3-4 in Madden, but then like you just give up so many rushing yards. I always switch to a 4-3. Then you have the opposite problem. But split back set, 3rd and 5. Bully, back to pass, setting up a screen. He's gonna run for it. He dumps it off, and Sankey's not gonna make it. We're gonna kick a field goal. Strange play. I wasn't paying attention, but I think they tried to fake it. Oh yeah, it was a fake to the fullback, and it didn't work. And so that's where we're gonna let the defense take over. Well, 2 turnovers by San Francisco late in the second quarter caused the Packers to score 14 points, and that's why it's 17-14. Other than that, they just absolutely were stopping Foley. He was just not having a great game, and that is Demetrius Turner on the sideline. So, coaches wise, I was looking through the coaches list, and the majority of nice hit, haha, Clinton Dix. You can look up coaches' records and stuff like that, and a lot of the big name coaches have retired of old age or whatever, so a lot of newer coaches in the league, and Randall has 12 playoff wins and 1 playoff loss. He leads in that category easily. He also leads in win percentages. He's pretty ridiculous that way for the beginning of his career. Looks like a first down, huh? Oh, 4th and inches. They didn't give it to him. That's amazing. He had to come back for the ball. And he secured a catch. He was on the line. Well, they're punting. That's pretty amazing. Ooh, Seattle won. Or Seattle's winning. They didn't win. Turnable runs into a guy. Run offense. And there he goes. He might be able to take it to the house if no one can catch him. It's Vince Trent to the house for a... I don't know how long it was, but it was pretty long. Good run for him. How long was that? Doesn't say. But, yep, extra point. And going to normal mode for the rest of the game. Okay, this is the end of the episode, and we won 34-20. And Foley threw a lot of interceptions, but our defense just was very good. I guess he threw 2. So did Carson Wentz, but completion rating, look at, he threw a lot of ball, a lot more. Pat Stallings got in for a play. It must have been the fake field goal. Rushing 214 yards plus 70 from Sankey and 3 touchdowns total. Long of 70. My goodness. Leaving Packers. We just don't need to do that. Mark Cooper. Defensively, Aaron Donald. Great game for him. Sack for him. Sack for Rankins. Interception. And Nico and Brazil. Thanks, guys, for watching. See you next episode. Bye. We use Squaller here, bringing you episode 125 of the Let's Play Madden series. Packers are just crushing it. They are not going to go undefeated because of a 3-point loss to the Bears. But we have clinched first round bye. 13-3 is the best course we can do. And the Seahawks, Cowboys, and Bears, they're all... It's over. And so that means that probably time to pull starters and not try to get injured. So, yeah, and I think Vince Trent, just due to volume, broke an NFL record for rushing. Maybe rushing. He's got 450 carries. That might be a thing. The cat has come to visit. And yeah, so let's look at NFL. Yeah, unlike Matt Jones, he just doesn't get hurt. And that's why he played so many. And look at it, his carries are just so much higher than everybody else's. No one, would never happen in real NFL. That many carries, I don't think. Most carries in an NFL season by a running back. Larry Johnson had 416 at 26 years old. So he broke Larry Johnson's with that last game, basically. And the cat wants me to pet her. So, pretty funny. I don't know how I feel about that. He's so far ahead of everyone else. His average is not as good as Ezekiel Elliott's for sure. 0.7 is pretty good though. Look at what career stats, is that what it is? NFL records, rushing yards. Oh, in a season, rushing yards. Yep. So there we go. We broke Eric Dickerson's record. 2 games left. Vince Trent, amazing, healthy running back. 2024. Okay, so I was just talking to myself there for a minute, but yeah. So what we want to do is we hold Kenny Clark as the starter, put him into the last spot, and we're gonna leave Aaron Donald in there because he could win Defensive Lineman of the Year. He could win. Brazil could win Rookie or defensive back. Neil Stallings could get linebacker. Kenny Clark is the only one that really can't get anything, and Juwan Best could use, or Juwan Mixon could use the experience anyways. And then, like I said, I pulled uh, Finch Trent now that he has the record off the. He's not getting any yards because he's way down the depth chart. And we'll just leave it like that, and hopefully, doesn't ruin his chance to even become even more ridiculously good, because it's pretty ridiculous, and he's gonna want a lot of money when he becomes a free agent. So we're gonna play Jaguars. Am I gonna do it now? I'm not sure. Let's look at the Jaguars injury report. There's got nothing. We've just been really good this year for that. Sanchez, free safety, broken wrists, cornerback, left guard. Let's look at their team. Jaguars team. It was all of a sudden Blake Bortles still going strong. He does really well in Madden, this early Madden. Jay Yeldon, wow. Allen Robinson, Allen Hurns. They still have Allen Robinson and Allen Hurns. It's funny too. Woodley. Not a team we face very often, so we don't know much about them. Dante Fowler Jr. Miles Jack. Oh, looking at Miles Jack is still here. He's only 28. Wow. One of the youngest players then. Jalen Ramsey. He got hit with the five, lost five. I'm not doing that anymore because I'm not doing the negatives. I'll do the positives, but the negatives just make it too hard on the team, and it's really hard on them to have to deal with that. And maybe Jalen Ramsey gets a 5-point boost because he was unfortunate when he got hit by that. No more negatives. It's all positive. I can still be eligible for the positives, but the team's already struggling to keep up with me, and obviously we didn't go undefeated, but we're not going to do the -5s anymore. And we won again. Like Bortles looks unhappy. Take a look at the stats. He played good. He always plays good. He had an interception. Untimely. Always near the end zone. 3.9 yards a carry. 5.1 for Stanky. Leaving Packers. Amari Cooper got hurt, and obviously he came back, but realized that Amari Cooper really lucked out this year and not gotten hurt. So I think I'm going to pull Amari Cooper. Got a sack for Adrian and Aaron. No interceptions. We won going into the last week of the season. (14-1). And probably, like I said, we're gonna move Amari Cooper down. Maybe we just move them all down and play the Vikings. Play the Vikings. Let's look at the Minnesota Vikings injury report. There's nobody's on there, thankfully. Vikings, Rick Floyd, Teddy Bridgewater. Ooh, Ray Witt, 4 weeks. And Cotton, the linebacker, 6 and 9. Vikings be facing not Teddy, Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy G, Isaac Noble. The running back will face Matt Jones as his backup. 95 speed versus 83 speed. Garland, Juan Treadwell, still in the league. Ray Witt, he's the one that's missing, so. All in the low 80s, Sharif Floyd, he's missing, so we'll try and Blunt. Linebackers, Anthony Barr. Evan Brightful, he's good. The Alexander. It's like one of the rookies that still were left. Kicker for the Jaguars was Matt Brzinga. Brzita, whatever you call, however you say his name. Anyways, I changed it, so Lynn and Adams are going to get the start. Triplet going to be the third, and Cooper Favors are going to be the backups. Going to play this game. The Minnesota Vikings with a lot of backups in. Wide receivers not being fifth and sixth wide receiver basically starting. The halfback we traded for starting. Defensively, kind of same, other than Kenny Clark being out. Not as potent on offense, so struggling a little bit there. Hand off to Sankey. Man, Hughes has just gone the other way. Just not. You can definitely tell the difference between Sankey and Vince Trent when it comes to that. Put the backups in. Are we going to be able to stop them from scoring a touchdown? They went for it on fourth down. They have a minute left to get touchdown. Will the Packers finish 15-1? Adrian Best was hurt on this play. That sucks. Get the fourth down and 2. First down, 27 seconds left. Incomplete, Matt Devine, 20 seconds left. Big catch, 10 seconds left. Touchdown, they tied the game. Unbelievable with no time left in the... Packers get the ball first. Big return by Triplet. Sankey's going to run the ball. Sankey does not run the ball well there. Third down and 8. 2-yard gain to Devontae. Punt, great punt, but now a field goal wins the game for the Vikings. And we're running the ball with Isaac Noble. He has no ears. Dented in. Packers defense is tired. Looks like the Minnesota Vikings will not get there and punt the ball to the Packers offense. Sankey's running the ball. First down, Sankey. Sankey hurt on the play. It's bad. Down to 10. Covered with the 5-yard run. Big completion to Darren Whiteside of all, of course. We're down in 5 here for Darren. For him. First down, Asher Favors. 2-yard loss. Hubbard's running the ball. Sankey seems to be out of the game. Kicked the field goal to win the game, and the Packers did win the game. 15-1. 3-point loss to the Bears. We're going into the playoffs next. This is episode 126. 125. Messed up somewhere and split up my episodes, so welcome to the episode. And because we had hit Jimmy Garoppolo, not great. Fully 2 touchdowns, 56% completion rating, 40 yards a carry for Sankey. Nixon got hurt. Harris Nixon leaving. Packers. Aaron Whiteside. Defensively, back from Angel Rankin, split sack, interceptions, 3 interceptions. Cole, Brazil, and Cullen. Brazil had, what you call it, 7 interceptions on the season, so that seemed pretty good. We finished the season 15-1, and that was the playoffs. Hopefully I didn't ruin it for too many players, but I'm going to switch them back into their correct positions before I advance to next week. Nixon did not get hurt, so we did make it through. Playoffs looking pretty solid on the injury report for making it into the playoffs. And Vince Trent, he's pretty rested for the playoffs. He's going to play in a month, basically. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode. We finished the season, as we said, 15-1. Here is the team as it stands. I want you to look at the experiences as we're going to advance to the wild card and hopefully see some big jumps in experience. For the players I guess we can go over this right now since it's a good time to do it, is to go over the not resigns. And let's just do that real quick. Asher Favors, he wants 5 years. As you can see, 35.2 million. He was 39, 437 yards and 4 touchdowns on 1,249 snaps, played all the games. He was 4th in yards and tied 5th in touchdowns. He's just not a great or tight end. So here's his career with us. It's just not for the 10th pick overall. It was not good. So I'm letting him go. He's a C. Ron Darby is now 30. He's gonna have 87 speed next year. I have a problem with that. It's a corner, so he wants 1 year, 8.18 million. He had 39 tackles, a half sack, 1 interception, 5 pass defenses, and forced fumble on 817 snaps. It means he missed some time. He had a great run as our number 2 and number 1 corner and won some Super Bowl rings, but time for the Packers to move on. Devontae Adams is now 31. He's never been Devontae of real life. He finished the season 4 for 45 yards on 106 snaps, and he made $5.2 million for 106 snaps. So a good year for him, getting paid to sit on the sideline and not do much. So we're just moving on. Later Maddens, he's great. Early Madden, he was too young. He didn't develop into that superstar wide receiver that he is in real life. Madison Sitton, kicker, he was great. 96 leg power. He does not do kickoffs because my punters just got godly, and he wants 4 years, 10 million for a 29-year-old kicker. I'm just gonna move on and someone else. And there's no one in the draft, so we'll just do a free agent. It might be him, We'll see who has the highest kick power. But he was 25 for 29 on field goals, 86%. That's not great. 58 long, 1 blocked. He missed 1 extra point, which was blocked. Not his fault. So moving on, Trey Loach is one of the 21 draft picks from 2021, and we're just gonna move on from him. He had 1 tackle on 151 snaps. He played special teams mostly, so he didn't really do anything on special teams either. And I'm not paying 3 years, 8.13 million for that. First pull is another 2021 draft, and he had 3 tackles, 1 tackles for a loss. on 276 snaps. The tackle for loss means that he played on regular. Whatever, but I give him incomplete. He doesn't want much, but moving on. Antoine Hubbard is the other 2021. I keep saying that draft pick, and he just never. He was a career backup, and he had 23 touches for 74 yards, 3.2 yards a carry. You can see on his stats that not a whole lot doing, and it's time for us to move on. Nothing more. Blake Lecky was a pickup, and he didn't give up a sack and played 134 snaps. And again, it's just me moving on from someone who just doesn't have the development or the, in this case, strengths. And there is 9 players. Darren Cole will be available. Braxton Early, Darren Cole, Angelo, Nico, Deion Bryan. Be on this list when we get later down the road, and I'm going to re-sign Darren Cole. And go through our we'll do the free agents that we signed this year, and then we'll end the episode, and then we'll do the draft picks in the next episode. So Scott Stallings was signed. Remember, I wanted him probably to be the starter, and I was a little worried about it, but he never even got to play. Foley was drafted, and he was on 75 snaps. Most of those are the extra point snaps. So completed 1 pass for 0 yards. And that was his career after being the starter the prior year. I mean, he was definitely the starter if you look at his stats. 25 touchdowns, 22 interceptions, and nothing. So our big free agent pickup, which we dumped all our money into, was Aaron Donald. And he turned out to be, gave him an A, 44 tackles, 13 tackles for a loss, 10 sacks, 2 pass defenses, and 2 forced fumbles on 1,080 snaps. He was 8th in tackles, 3rd in tackles for a loss on the team, 1st in sacks, and 1st in forced fumbles. He is what we brought him in to be, and he did a good job. He's older. We might regret this contract 2 years from now, but right now it was great. I gave him an A. Brought back our backup middle linebacker, and he had 2 tackles on 326 snaps, so he didn't do much, and I gave him a D. That's enough snaps to actually make a difference, but he didn't make a difference. Darren Cole, the slot corner, basically. Very good. 41 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, 1 sack, 5 interceptions, 1 pass defense, 1 forced fumble on 1,047 snaps, tied 2nd in interceptions. So I want to bring him back. He's got some XP, so he must have won some awards too. And then D'Angelo Tanko, who we've always kind of dragged along. This year, he didn't do so well. 26 snaps, tackles, 1 sack, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble on 475 snaps. Game was C. And then we had this. When we traded away Sean Fitzsimmons, we brought in Bear, and we didn't do anything. 0 snaps. 0 stats on 109 snaps. And that's our signs. Thanks for watching. View Squalor signing off.